As is tradition, we'll do a tier list of the changes for the last Balance Council. I just want to say right off the bat here, I'm going to be traveling this weekend, so I probably won't be able to make any decks on the new council till Monday or maybe Tuesday. But I just want to let you guys know that. So into the actual list here, we have, as always, top tier. These are changes I think are really great, that I really like, and I think it will have some kind of significant impact, or cards that are just like really cool in the buffs. Good are just like good changes. I like them, but I don't feel too strongly. Like I like them, but I'm not amazed and super excited about them. We have neutral user changes. I don't really feel one way or the other about, either because I don't know if I like them or not, or just because I don't think they'll do too much. Then we have questionable. I generally don't really like these changes, but I'm open to being wrong about them because I'm not completely sure, but you generally don't like these. We have the bad changes, which I'm pretty sure are bad and I don't like. We have the I hate this tier. It's for cards that constantly get changed, and I don't want to keep repeating myself about why I don't like the changes or do like them. So there's going in here if they get changed a whole bunch of times, and I don't want to talk about them anymore. So that's it. On to the actual tier list here. Let's start off with what are these provision increases. So these are buffs for leaders. Let's go quickly on Battle Trance. I don't see much Battle Trance, so I guess it is a weak leader, but I don't generally like buffing leader provisions too much, but I guess this is one that's okay on. But we'll just give it this one. Roots of Gisgis, however, I don't know if I like this one. Roots of Gisgis is a pretty decent leader. You have the mid-range fruit deck. To be fair, though, that's kind of the only deck that uses it, so maybe it does need this, but I'm generally not the biggest fan of this one. I generally think its ability is actually kind of good, so that is what it is. Now, onto the provision increases that are actually nerfs. Renfree straight to top tier. Too much Renfree. She's too good at overshadowing other cards in factions and decks. When Renfree is the default way to play a deck, I don't like it. So I think that hurts the card variety and the options you can actually play too much for her. Just he puts in a whole bronze package, or not, no, puts in a whole bronze, not bronze, puts in a whole neutral package over what's actually like in the faction. And then you see a bunch of cards just getting cut and not seeing play because you have to play like the 6 or 8 Renfree neutral card package instead. Next up, we have Novigrad. Good change, I think. I think this card's super strong, and we did vote for this one as well. Then with the Otkel, a good change also. It's a very powerful effect and generally had a lot of strength last season in the Otkel for his Blessing decks. So, super strong deck last season. Probably needs to go to 13. Then we have Jan Kelwait. Now, I did check. He's only been changed like 3 times. He's 1 away from going down here. But I think at 11, it's good. I think. I like that Nilfgaard has consistency tools. I don't like that Jan Kelwait can generally outdoes all of them. Cards like Lightmaker and Mage Assassin are the alternative, but the other cards are consistency in Nilfgaard. Things like the Spying guy, Roderick, he doesn't see too much play. In Statuses, you have there's a lot of options in Nilfgaard. Just this guy tends to overwrite a lot of them, and things want to just play tactics to have him. So I think making him a little more expensive is probably good. Moving on to Karak on Crate. I'll say I'm neutral on this one. Onslaught Pirates is pretty common and it's pretty good, but I'm not sure how I'd want to nerf Pirates. I don't know if I'd want to do it via Karak. I don't think it hurts too much because they generally don't play Fukusha unless they're doing it off of the Compass, so this doesn't hurt them too much for needing Fukusha in the deck. It's probably one more provision, but I don't know if I feel too strongly about this. I mean, I don't really know what I would nerf in the deck if I was picking the nerfs, so I guess this is probably maybe the good way to do it. I'm just not so sure, so putting it here. It is a very powerful effect, though, so probably, I don't know. It probably does deserve here, but I just have a reluctance of my own. Next up, we have, that's going down here, Fallen Knight. This thing is going right up to good change here. Igor, Fallen Knight spam, super annoying deck. It just constantly makes more and more Fallen Knights. Fallen Knight at 5 for 5 was kind of ridiculous if we think about it for a second. Let's just compare it in a vacuum. It's 5 for 5 on an engine. Okay. Veil, so it can't be locked. That's a nice upside. And it has double engine, where it has Intimidate, which gives it points, and it has whenever you spawn a unit gives it points, and more than 1 point if it's more than 1 unit. So 5 for 5, I mean, this is one of the best engines in the game. Probably was the best engine in the game, actually. Next up, we have Whisper. This provision increase, we're going to neutral. So the idea for this is the last time I buffed to 4 power, the intention for this to be is 4 power and 6 provisions. Last time I went to 4 for 5, everyone just immediately reverted it because they couldn't handle that and so it was too strong. So it's going to 3 for 6, and I think the idea here is they'll go from 4 to 6 with another buff. So because of that, we'll leave it neutral. Compass, that's going down here. It has changed way too much nowadays. Usurper. Usurper is a good change. I really like this card. I really wish this guy got more play because he's a very interesting effect. Next up, we're going to go in here with Casimir. Really good change. I like this guy at 10. I like this card, but it's hard to justify fitting at expensive provision amounts. So maybe here we'll see him. Next up, we're going in with Ada. She's very cool. A good card, generally, if you're playing Devotion with her, but she's expensive. And she doesn't go that quickly, right? Her effect takes time. It's once per turn. I think she can afford being cheaper and playing Devotion. Like maybe you can make a Devotion Knight deck. We've done that before, but I really would like to see her get a little bit more play. Maybe we'll try to make a Revenant deck, but with Kidwitty Revenant going to 5, maybe we'll see if we can do something with this. But I think this overall won't make too much of a difference, but I do generally like it. Although her effect is good. Plague Maiden, this one will also put in neutral, I think. Now, Plague Maiden doesn't see play outside specifically triple decks, so maybe this will put her into Golden Necker. Deathwish, I think we'll actually try her out. I did a Golden Necker Deathwish video a little while ago, so we probably won't make a video on it, but I'm going to try swapping her out for either Ruin or Futrol in there, see if we like it. But just for value plays, she is good value if you can consume her. So, I don't know too much about this one. I don't think there's a... Well, actually, if you go Golden Necker and you go Golden Necker into her, and then you go Decree into Abaya, you could proc her right away. The issue with that is it's not consistent, so maybe this deserves to be a good change. I'm just hesitant because the triple 2-go, triple this deck is really annoying, and this just buffs it. But I don't know if she'll see play in Deathwish without that. So I guess this annoying doesn't mean it's good though. We'll just leave it neutral. I don't have a strong feeling on it. This doesn't mean I'm right or wrong, by the way. It's just my opinion on it. First thoughts and opinions. Doesn't mean I'm right here. A Bloody Baron I generally like, but I really don't think it changes anything. The issue with the Bloody Baron is you never get the bleeding value from his reset, so it's essentially just a reset on the body. If we compare this to other resets, you have Spores, which is 0-point body reset. You have, for Nilfgaard, you've got Peter, which is a 3 for 6 provision reset. And this Bloody Baron just scales it up. He's a 6 for 9 reset. Now, there is some value to that. It's a much bigger tempo play with his body. I just don't know if I still don't think he makes it in. So I don't think this really does anything, which is why it's staying here. But I do like it. Maybe we'll say it's good because of that. I do like it more than these. Well, this one we're just kind of neutral on because this hasn't happened yet. Philippa, though, I really like. She doesn't make it in the decks now compared with the other Skellige coin finishers. Syndicate coin finishers. So really like this one. Hopefully we get to see her played some more. We've got the good change here. I still don't know if this makes it into the decks. And it's not really the Shaping Nature's fault. It's more the fault that the non-Devotion Symbiosis is just better. So I don't know what to do about that, but I think this is a good change for the card in general. I don't know if we can make it play in non-Symbiosis decks, but Devotion Symbiosis might use this. Oh, you're going down here. Just because you keep getting changed. Teleport hasn't gotten changed too many times yet, so we'll put it in good. I like it. Top tier, Yennefer Illusionist. I love this change. I really want her to be playable. She's a very powerful card with her effect, but it's very specific. You gotta be spawning cards. It's gotta be spawning cards, which is generally once per turn because it's hard to spawn guys on orders unless you're in decks that can't play her. Who will not play her effectively. But there's options for her. There's options for her. She's a very cool card. I want to see her be played. At 4 power, everything just killed her. So I like this. They have Gabor. This is a good change, but I don't know if he's playable yet. It's a good change, though. I remember this guy was a dwarf carryover guy. I want to see him at least be an option. Same with Vess. I want her to be an option. Not much to it. Like, she gets okay value. Now you can maybe keep her alive. At 6, you can rely on her a lot more to give you Zeals than at 5. Bouloy Lugos, good change, too. He doesn't go down to removal range as quickly, and you get more points out of him if he doesn't get removed. Both really great things. Imperial Golem, good change. Hyperthin was playing like Berenger and random stuff, so This also helps the Construct Nilfgaard deck, which is okay, but I think needed a little help. So I like this change overall. Also vote for that one. Etriel Morelga. Where's one of these top tier? I really enjoy the pair cards where they have effects with the other copy of their pair on the board. It's a little harder to set up, so they can be a little stronger. These guys were not strong. But as it is, if they're not together, now you get an 8 for 6, which is okay with 3 damage. It's not bad, actually. But if you get their combo effects, it's much better, and they have higher base power. So I really like this. I want to try this out in Harmony, for one. But we'll see what we can do with these guys. It looks like a lot of fun to try and test these guys out. Although if they just end up in Precision Strike Renfree, I'm not going to be too happy. Then we have, I'll go with neutral on the Slice After Exchange. It has a lot of potential because you have Passiflora, which I like but doesn't get played because it's not very good. You've got this card itself. It buffs a Madam, which is a really strong card but has been nerfed a few times. And then it buffs the guy, the Mink guy who plays himself and gets a copy. And it works really well with Igor the Hook, who doesn't end up getting nerfed on this Balance Council. Worth noting. So I like the idea of this. I'm a little concerned. We're just going to have a new Fallen Knight deck, spamming this instead. But I'm willing to give it a shot because this is bonded, so you can make more copies with things like Truffle and, stuff like that. So I like the idea. If it works out, this card is not super strong. I'm really happy. If it works out as like a good card, a good option, make Passiflora. I don't know if we'll play Passiflora. We just did a deck on it, so I think we'll try doing a Hidden Cache deck maybe as requested. We'll see. But we'll try this one out. I like the idea, but if it ends up being too strong, I wouldn't be surprised. Magpie, though, I always love Magpie being on here. It's just an alternate syndicate coin generator. Not generator, coin combo setup card. I think it's really great every time this gets buffed. I'd love to see this card be playable as an option for Syndicate to set up their combos as opposed to just playing, your, what's this thing called that I don't like and I've played 100 times. I actually do like the card, just always it's changed. People don't like playing against Akarantia decks. Why can I not remember what this is called? Open Sesame. As opposed to Open Sesame and stuff, I like the idea of this making coins, so you can use them for comboing. So really like this. You keep getting change, you're going down there. Torres, great change. Torres first form, it's just so much point slam combined with the value. You get cards for your opponent's deck, it's so flexible. You take like one of their best cards and get like 2 random bronzes and it plays like 13 points. You just pick 2 bronzes that are 4s and you get a huge value, or 3-4 bronzes, and you get an insane amount of value. It's just super good in the first form. It doesn't hurt the second form, which people don't use enough. So, all right, this is going down here. I hate when they do these throwaway nerfs. I mean, there's plenty of cards that could get changed to actually fix things in the game, and so we're just voting for this to block other people's votes. So I don't like that. Justinia, kind of in the same boat as Karak on this one. Onslaught Pirates is really good, and I can see why people want to get nerfed. I can understand wanting to nerf it, and I think it might deserve it. I just don't know how I would do it. This one hurts a lot because of double nerf, because it -1s her base power, -1s the damage she does on her deploy. It was -2 points. This one really hurts. I don't know if that's the right way. We'll see. I don't feel too strongly she's good. She does what? If you're in round 3, she does 14 value, assuming you hit not armor, and assuming that you have all the armor on her, and 60 if you brand now. Okay, I guess. We'll see. Trey Heron, this is a bad change. I mean, Trey Heron's an annoying card to go up against, and its effect is really obnoxious, but it's not good. It's just like a high roll RNG card. It's just not good. People just don't like it. I don't think we should just be nerfing cards we don't like. Same for this card. Like, why is Kingslayer here? It's not good. Mill's a bad deck. Like, Mill is a bad deck. It doesn't do... Like, it's gameplay strategy. It just needs the opponent to be really unlucky with their cards. That doesn't mean that the card's broken. It's just annoying. I mean, I think a lot of cards are annoying and I don't vote to nerf them. So I think this is dumb. Then we have... Oh, yeah, you're definitely going in there. Top tier Musicians. This card, Musicians, has just become so prevalent. People finally realize that free thinning at the start of the game is insane. This card costs 4 provisions, and if you can play it, there's no reason not to. You should just play it. And it's still going to be good at 2 power. Like, I think at 1 power this thing's still good, but we'll see. I'm still going to be playing this. The thinning's so good. Now we have not Renfree. Priestess. I'm always playing the Renfree decks. Not always, but it is frequently. So we have the Priestess here. That's good change, I guess. I think the 5 provisions would be more impactful, but this makes its combo 2 less points. Or 1 less point. So, I guess that's fine. I don't like this card. I think this card's too strong for a 4 provision card. It's so impactful, but does take setup. So, I can understand this one here. I'm not sure the deck's oppressive enough that this needs to be nerfed, but if the card in the deck's going to be nerfed, it's going to be this one. Because this card is obnoxious for a 4 provision card. Demon Worship, I really like this. It's finally at 2 power. Now all of the self-damage stuff that does 2 damage can proc this to summon things back. I want to see if you make a self-wound pirate type deck where you just use this to bring back different pirate cards. Really neat idea. And I'm glad to see this here. Yeah, I'm just really glad to see this. I want to try it out. Then we have Mage Assassin going to 1 power. This actually, I really like. We'll put it in good. I really like this. The Blightmaker Mage Assassin combo, it got cheaper with this. I'm glad to see this instead of a reversion. I think that combo is very strong, but it still wasn't enough to compete with the Yon, but Yon got nerfed, so maybe now we can. I think it was still too good even without Yon. Like, ignored the fact that most decks played Yon. So, overall, so the Balance Council tier list. Actually, a lot of good stuff. Some top tier changes we're going to try out. And then some things I'm neutral on. These might be good. Not too sure about it. Same with this one. We'll see. I think it might be... I'm concerned it might be too strong, but we'll find out. It's hard card to balance when so many things rely on it. And then we've got this one, which we'll look forward to seeing if it actually makes it 4 power or not. A bunch of random stuff that people don't like or just throw away. And then our tier of things that keep getting changed back and forth, and I want to talk about more. Nope, you're staying down there. Stay in jail. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.